in comes in college football, the future, I believe I'm saying this right, future commissioner. We're looking for a commissioner because there's so much stuff going on in college football that's like they need somebody in charge. Josh Pate, you have my vote. You're going to be that guy. You have, of course, the Josh Pate football show on YouTube every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. You've got Bussin' with the boys, the locker room all season as well. You are on a Fall Don't Lie tour, okay? And you're going to this Bussin' Bowl tomorrow, where lots of balls will be run, thrown, and intercepted. Michigan's favored on the road by 1.5. You're going with the upset. Why?
Well, eventually it's got to happen. You said eventually we got to get a commissioner, and very prophetic, I hope. So I, as the hopeful future commissioner, look at Matt Rule, year 3. It always pops for him in year 3, almost to the point where he's I can feel him getting a little embarrassed by this whole rule thing that should be a trademarked phrase in college football by now. It happened at Temple. It happened at Baylor. And I think it's going to happen at Nebraska. So here we are, year 3. Got Dylan Raiola, multi-year starter. His multi-year quarterbacks have always really scaled up their performance, second year, third year. I think their wide receiver room is one of maybe the most underrated position groups in the entire Big Ten. I was in Oklahoma a couple of weeks ago. I saw Michigan on the road. Still think that entire outfit is a year away. And if you're a year away squad playing a this is the year squad in their building, where it's really just like froth at the mouth, need it, want it, gotta have it time. And trust me, Kay, in Nebraska, they got to have this one. Poor Will Compton has to have this one in every sense of the word. That's why I'm going with Nebraska. I also think this right here, that's what Michigan wants to do to you. And they will. I just don't think it'll be like that right there, like it maybe would have been last year or year before.
If you're commissioner of college football, what will you do for me? What will you do for the people?
Well, the first thing I'll do is be smart enough to ask, what do you want?
A man asking me what I want. I love this. I know. I don't know. I just want to know, like, what is the one? What would be your first thing? I'm just fascinated by. I would never want that job. You want it. You'd be great at it. I've heard it from several people. In a real way, what would be like your first order of business?
Okay. Well, I hate the international games. Every headline these days is college football is going to play another game in Europe or Germany or where was the Ireland. So the NFL does this, and I'm wholeheartedly on board with the NFL doing it. The NBA has globalized itself. I just think there's a very key distinction between football and college football. To me, like if you ask me about the Chiefs, I start talking about the Chiefs, on-field play, Pat Mahomes, etc. When you ask me about Georgia football, I would probably talk about 8 or 9 things to you before I ever got around to their tight end room or any kind of X's and O's or any kind of on field. And the reason is because what makes college football great is the college part. The fact that you really need to be on a campus or at least drink in that vibe. You guys were just talking about vibe. Imagine what kind of vibe it is on a fall Saturday in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And then imagine thinking you can take the players off the field and we can toss the helmet over in Germany and it's the same. It's not the same. I would love to take some money, if we're going to subsidize this whole thing, bring some Europeans over here, bring them to Eugene, Oregon, let them experience college football on American soil, on a campus or multiple campuses, the plural of which is campi, if I'm commissioner. That's what I would love to do.
You just made up a word in campi? You have my vote. At first I was thinking, hold on now. If there was a college football, if Mizzou was playing in Fiji, I might go. But then I think you're completely right. You can't take it out of it. That's why it's special. That's why you want, I'm with you. You're the future commissioner. That's not forevermore. I love this thought. Can we get through some games here? Let's play a little game. Josh Pate's on the show. We've got big matchups this weekend with ranked teams. We're going to do top 25 and 25. Okay. We're going to play a little game. I'm going to set you up and you tell me who wins in 25 seconds and why. 17th ranked Texas Tech taking on 16th ranked Utah in Salt Lake City. The Utes 3.5-point faves. Who wins? Why?
I'm going Texas Tech. This is the least feel I have on a game. I was talking to Joey McGuire, who's the head coach there, right before the season. He said, man, we got defensive linemen who started for us last year, who have been great kids. They're not hurt. They're not anything. We just recruited over them. They went hard in the portal. Texas Tech went as hard in the portal with the number 1 class as anyone. And despite the fact that I think they're facing the best O-line they'll face all year, I think they're going to get the job done here. Give me Texas Tech.
Utah's defense hasn't allowed more than 10 points this season. 9th ranked Illinois going on the road. They're taking on a top 20 team. They're number 19, Indiana. Indiana's favored by 6.5 on FanDuel Sportsbook. Who wins and why?
I went Illinois, and Illinois is nearly a touchdown dog here. So I've got a little, I don't want to call it blind trust in Brett Bielema and his squad, because a lot of them are returning from last year. Sometimes returning starter is a very overrated stat in college, but they didn't really win anything of note last year. So all of the promise is in front of them. And I just think maybe they're a little underrated. They already went on the road. They beat Duke. I think they'll find a way to do it again here.
I like the underdog here. You have Illinois, and you finished within the buzzer. So Illinois, they're 6.5 point underdogs I'm seeing here. And their quarterback, Luke Altmaier, by the way, I looked at his stats this morning. He's thrown for over 700 yards, 8 touchdowns, no interceptions through 3 games. Super, super impressivo. Okay, let's do this. 23rd ranked Mizzou hosting South Carolina. Mizzou 9.5 point favorites. What?
Yeah, and Lenora Sellers is playing. That line is with Lenora Sellers playing.
Okay.
I think Missouri's going to win this. I don't like at all the vibe of South Carolina right now. You remember you and I talked like a month ago, and I said, hey, the rumor is their wide receiver room, according to their insiders, is really underrated. Turns out not so much, and I don't think that's just going to establish itself on the road. They're in desperation mode as a team, but so is Missouri, so I'll take Missouri.
Mizzou 3-0, and they're outscoring opponents by an average margin of 36 points per game, whatever that means. That's the note that's in my script here. The last one. This is a big one. This one I know about a little bit. It's 11th ranked Oklahoma. They're hosting 22nd ranked Auburn. Sooners favored by 6.5 points. How does it go?
Big fight between me and the Auburn faithful this week. I've watched every snap of Jackson Arnold. Any completed pass is underneath and out wide. Nothing across the middle of the field. Now they're telling me, hey, we've called the game to win the game. When it needs to be there, it's going to be there. I sense a little dishonesty in that, and I love Oklahoma. I told you they needed the Michigan win. They got it. They need the Auburn win. They got it, or I think they're going to get it Saturday, and that's the story of the year so far.
Really quickly before I let you go, please tell me about my Washington Huskies. Give me the update. My team, my favorite team.
You see this grin is the grin of 2 grins here. 2 grins of people who think they know something that the rest of the country doesn't know yet. And we're going to wait at least one more week, because I don't think the country is going to watch the Apple Cup, all due respect, a once great rivalry.
I will be there.
Of course you will, but we all know who's going to be there next week, and that's Ohio State. And so when Ohio State comes to town, and they already got Ryan Day and Matt Patricia comparing Damon Williams to Kyler Murray, they're already trying to warn the locals there, hey, this is not going to be easy, and the locals are already looking ahead to the Penn State game. So we may have to teach a lesson, the 3 of us, Damon, you, and I, next week.
I kind of understood that, and I love that for us. You just keep telling me what's going on, and I'm going to keep following you on the Josh Pate Football Show. YouTube, like I said, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern with the BUSSIN with the boys, guys, on Locker Room all season. And I cannot wait to see where your Fall Don't Lie tour is heading next. And if it happens to be Los Angeles, at any point, you let me know. Thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate you.
I'll tell the people in Nebraska you said hi.
Absolutely. Tell Will Compton to say goodbye to mustaches and shaved heads and all sorts of things.